Alright, hey guys, welcome back. Another thing that gets asked a lot on videos that I've seen, and they don't get to in video comments. I see them in the comments, and I just figured, I'll make a video and maybe help some people out who happen to stumble across this video. The question in hand is, what spray paints do you use to spray paint? Is there a specific brand? Is there a specific something, one that's better than the other? Things like that. And the truth of it is I don't know. I can't help you with that because I don't know where you live. Certain countries you can't get some spray paints that I can get. I can't get spray paints that might be in your country because rules and regulations of chemical composites and things like that, So I can go over what I use, what I have used, what I have now that I don't like, and I do have one here. It really sucks. Just keep in mind that you might not have these brands in your country, so you might have to order it online and get it shipped to you, or it may not be able to get shipped to you at all. And if that's the case, I want to let you know now, just go out and whatever brands you can get in your country, buy maybe a white and black of each brand just to see which ones you like best and try them. So keep all that in mind. Alright, first off, we'll start with the two that I use the most. Okay, here in the United States we have a Walmart. Okay, I'm sure in other parts of the world you have a Walmart, certain countries, but you might have and you might not have their spray paint. It used to be called Color Place. This is how it looks in the United States. Label might be different in your country, and it may still be called Color Place in your country. I don't know, but this is what it looks like. Otherwise, it doesn't have a brand name anymore. It just says spray paint, blue, white label, blue and white, Walmart. They figured you get it and you know it, so they don't need to put a brand name on it. I used that for black and white, black for the background of space, white for the stars, so I don't need a more expensive brand for it. It does go on a lot thinner than other spray paints. It's not that thick, so you have to do extra coatings if you want to, put on a real deep, dark black background for space, because it is wet, and because it's more wet, it's thinner, it tends to pool more often, so you do have to hold it away and do light coatings one after another. But it is a great brand for what it costs. It costs me $1 here. It might cost you $1 in your state where you're at, or it may cost you $2. I don't know. The other brand that I use the most would be RustOleum's 2X. RustOleum's 2X is a great paint. It's actually equivalent to the Krylon brand for the most part. Which I don't use right now, and I'll explain to you why in a minute. But the RustOleum 2X bonds to wood, plastic, everything, just like most spray paint, just like the Krylon. I use them because I like the cap more than I like the old Krylon caps. It's a great paint. It goes on thick. It's 2 times the cover, so like it tells you, the coverage is 1 can equals 2 cans of coverage. So it does go on thicker. They do have black and white, so if you need to lay black on thicker instead of the Walmart one, you can go with the RustOleum one. If you don't have a Walmart near you, then of course black and white for the RustOleum. The caps do clog up probably more than the old Krylon ones or the straight caps. The straight caps are these little beady red ones, like things. They're red, they're black, different colors, and these do clog up a lot more than those, but the coverage is real nice. The cap's smooth, it's nice on the finger and everything. The paint's real nice, so that's what I use. Now with that said, I'll probably be switching to Krylon. I didn't like them because of this cap. It has this little thing on the front that you can turn, and it sprays in a straight line, and if you turn it upright, it sprays. You can turn this little cap, and I hate that. I hate that so much. But now in my store I've seen that they have the fat caps, I guess is what they call them, right? Fat caps in the Krylon ones, and they give you a little extra paint, and they brought out a bunch of new colors that you don't have in RustOleum, so I'll probably be switching to Krylon in the coming days as I wear down my RustOleum brand, and we'll see, because their paint's nice. It's a little thinner than the RustOleum ones, which is fairly nice. It means it dries a little quicker, and it's less likely probably to gunk up the cap and get clogged up, and caps are a pain in the butt to clean. So Krylon is a great brand. If you have Krylon in your area, you know, try it. Try RustOleum. See which one you like more. A thing to note about RustOleum and Krylon. So you know Krylon. There's a little red circle that says Krylon. Thing to note about RustOleum and Krylon is some people say they don't have issues with mixing them. I do. They split, bubble, and that's the main thing. They bubble, little bubbles happen. I guess, you know, the one underneath is trying to dry and it moves the other one out the way because the other one's thicker, or it moves the other one out the way because the other one's thinner, vice versa, whatever. So I don't use them together. I am here in Florida, so it could just be the humidity. I don't know. So keep that in mind. You know, you've been warned. It may be just me, but I mean, if I could mix them, I would love to mix them, because some of the colors you can't get in Krylon, some of the colors you can, you know, vice versa. So another brand you can use is the well, we'll get to that last. We'll stick with the RustOleum ones at the moment. The RustOleum is a RustOleum enamel. Now, I would think that most of the spray paints are enamel based, unless it says otherwise, but I think the makeup of the 2X and the enamel are a lot different. This one, and obviously this one's Stop Rust. They have ones that don't say Stop Rust, and they still say enamel. But Stop Rust, obviously this is for metal and stuff like that. But so we'll pretend it doesn't say Stop Rust, because I ran out of the one that doesn't and says the same thing. The enamel ones go on a lot thicker, in my opinion, and so they take a lot longer to dry, and I dislike that. They stay tacky for you know, almost an hour, and if you live in a humidity place that's got a lot of humidity, like here in Florida, it can take definitely up to that hour to even dry enough for you to be able to do another layer. If you're using a stencil, that's where it tends to tick you off a lot. If you're not using a stencil, you're just spraying, you're moving, you're spraying, it's probably fine to use like that. But so I avoid those. I have a couple of those because I do some metal things. Sticking with the RustOleum thing, they have a fluorescent. I haven't found the fluorescent in the Krylon brand, not in my store. I'm sure they have them, the fluorescent, and they're really nice. The chemical makeup of fluorescent is a lot different than the rest of the paints. I would think it is. For one, it is a lot thinner when it goes on. It's almost like water, and it can crack and split your paint as it's happening. It just starts to crack and split in spiders, and it can leave some cool effects, but you can't really control how it cracks and splits and what area it will. It just does it where it wants to do it, and so you use it lightly, misting for accents and effects and things like that. If you want to put it on thicker to try to get that cracking spot, then play around with it, give it a try. It says fluorescent. You can buy them online. You can get them at Walmart, most home improvement stores, and they come in green, fluorescent green, pink, orange, yellow, and I seen a red one at one point, but it's been long since removed from the shelves at our stores. And then one more RustOleum, the 2X gloss clear. They have a clear enamel gloss, and says, this one is, you know, this one just says, it's a blue one, but you know, it'll say crystal clear enamel on it, and that one takes longer to dry, but it also randomly will crack and split and bubble on your painting. So if you made a really nice painting, you worked really hard on it, you don't want it to crack and bubble and split right at the end. You know, that's gonna make you want to pull your hair out. So I went with this. It's not as shiny of an end finish as the crystal clear enamel, because it doesn't go on as thick, so you use 2 coatings and you're good to go. But it doesn't, and it's never, to me, in a humid state, okay, Florida's a humid state, and that causes a lot of problems for spray paint, but this one's never cracked and bubbled on me. So 2X clear, gloss clear, okay, it's really nice. And so they have more expensive brands that you can try if you want. There's Montana brands, and they have gold. They have the 93 or 92, so it's something like that. I haven't bought one of those, but I've looked into it, and I just can't remember what it is. It's 93, 90 something, and I believe those are the transparent brands. The transparent ones for Montana. Then they have Montana Black, and I believe they have a Montana White or something like that. But there's different Montana ones. There's a MNT, which is just the Montana one or something like that. Or it's something. They got all kinds of different ones. Just go to the Montana website and check them out. They got all of them. You'll be amazed on the amount of different colors they have, and they're pretty awesome. They run about $8-9 a can, versus 2X. RustOleum's 2X only runs $2.50, $3 a can. So there's other brands of spray paint that you can order online that are made by spray paint artists themselves. There are brands in the UK that you can't find on store shelves here, but you can order online and get shipped here. There are brands by people here in the United States, spray paint artists who made their own brands and supposedly are really awesome paints and everything. And they're supposed to be really good. And I haven't tried them because I don't have the $9 a can to play around with. Another one that I didn't mention that's along the lines of Krylon and RustOleum is Valspar. Valspar has a spray paint. They don't have many colors in my opinion, but they have a micro mist ones, which come in handy for certain accents and effects when you're spray painting like nebulas and things. The micro mist is actually pretty cool. Goes on a lot lighter. It kind of gives a slight transparent look because it doesn't flood it, and those are really cool. So that's what I use. Remember, once again, you might not have any of these brands in your country. You might be able to get some of them shipped. You might not. You have to research that yourself. I can't help you with that. If you have any questions on anything that I might not have covered, please leave them in the comments down below, and I'll try my best to help you sort the problem out. And be sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and share the video with anybody you think might find it useful. And I'll see you guys on the next video.